Welcome to my channel Crazy to Learn. Today we will discuss some numerical problems related to the Newton's laws of motion and straight line motion. This is the third part of numerical problem and solution. For part 1 and part 2, follow my description link. Let's start. First problem is given here. A rocket with a lift-off mass of 3.5 to 10 to the power 4 kg is blasted upwards with an acceleration of 10 meter per second square. The initial thrust of the blast is, that means it is asked to you to calculate the initial thrust. If you will take rocket like this, so the thrust acts upward. If you will take a thrust upward, due to the thrust, the acceleration also, the rocket will lift up. Rocket with a lift off mass moves upward, that means acceleration along the direction of upward direction. And the force due to the acceleration due to gravitational pull, it is mg. So the final system we can write like this. Due to the acceleration, the force is mass into acceleration, ma is equal to force minus force due to opposing force due to the gravitational attraction. So ma is equal to F minus mg. So it is asked to you to calculate the thrust. It is asked to you the final acceleration of the rocket with mass is equal to the initial thrust minus the acceleration due to gravitational force, opposing force. Okay, as the gravitational pull here opposes. So ma is equal to F minus mg. So thrust F is equal to ma plus mg. If we take m as common, we will get a plus g, and acceleration is given to you here. Acceleration a is equal to 10 meter per second square, and the value of g is 10 meter per second square, and the mass is 3.5 into 10 to the power 4 kg. So put these three values in the above equation, we will get 3.5 into 10 to the power 4. Acceleration a is equal to 10 plus g is equal to 10. So we will get 3.5 into 10 to the power 4 into 20. 2 into 3.5 is equal to 7 into 10 to the power 4 and 10 to the power 1. So it is 10 to the power 5. So the initial thrust of the blast is 7 into 10 to the power 5 Newton. Clear? Next question is, a particle of mass 0.3 kg is subjected to a force F is equal to minus kx with k is equal to 15 Newton per meter. What will be its initial acceleration if it is released from point 20 cm away from the origin? So first note down the given thing. What is given to you? F is equal to minus kx and k is equal to 15 Newton per meter. So if you put the value of k in F, you will get what you will get. F is equal to minus 15x. Clear? Now the particle is released from point 20 cm away from the origin. So if you will draw the x-axis and y-axis, it is your x-axis, x dash, and it is your y dash, and it is released from 20 cm away from the origin. From origin, the particle is x is written, so it is moving x-axis. 20 cm away, the particle is here. The distance is 20 cm. So in the place of x, we can put the 20 cm. So x is equal to 20 cm. So as the k value is given to you 15 Newton per meter, they all are in SI system and cm is the CGS system. So you should have to first convert this CGS system to SI unit. So when you will convert it, 20 cm is equal to how many meter? We know that 100 cm is equal to 1 meter, 1 cm is equal to 1 by 100 meter and 20 cm is equal to 20 by 100. 0 0 cancel, that means 0.2 meter. Clear? So it is 0.2 meter x value. So put the x value in this formula. What will you get? F is equal to minus 15 into 0.2. So what will you get? Minus 15 into 2 by 10. 15 into 2, 30 by 10, minus 30 by 10. So it is minus 3 Newton. F value, we got the F value. F is 3 Newton. Then again, but it is asked to you what will be its initial acceleration. Acceleration is asked to us. So you should have to find the acceleration. And for finding the acceleration, what is the formula we know? We know F is equal to ma. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. And the mass value is given to you, m is equal to 0.3 kg. So what will be the put the value of F and m in the above equation. We will get minus 3 is equal to 0.3 into a. So a is equal to minus 3 divided by 0.3. So what will be the answer? It is 3 divided by 3 by 10. So if you take the reciprocal, what will you get? 3 into 10 by 3. 3 cancel, minus. So we will get minus 10. What is the unit of acceleration? Meter per second square. So what is the initial acceleration? What will be its initial acceleration if it is released from point? So final answer, acceleration is equal to minus 10 meter per second square. And here the minus sign we are getting as the acceleration is decreasing here. Okay, the acceleration is minus 10 meter per second square. Clear? Our next question is, a bullet of mass 25 gram moving with velocity of 200 cm per second is stopped within 5 cm of the target. The average resistance offered by the target is. So to solve this problem, first note down the given things. What is given to you? The mass of the bullet, small m is equal to 25 gram. Velocity v is equal to 200 cm per second and stopped within 5 cm. That means it covered a distance of 5 cm. After that it is stopped. So you can take the distance s is or displacement like s is equal to 5 cm. So first convert these things to the SI unit. 25 gram is equal to 25 divided by 1000. You will get 0.025 kg. 200 cm, 100 cm is equal to 1 meter. So 200 cm is equal to 200 meter per second. And 5 cm is equal to 5 divided by 100. That means 0.05 meter. Clear? Then from the equation of motion, we know that v square minus e square is equal to 2s. All you know this equation. This is the equation of motion. What v represents here? Final velocity. U represents the initial velocity. A is the acceleration. S is the displacement. So it is asked to you, bullet of mass 25 gram moving with velocity of 200 cm per second is stopped. So that means after moving it is stopped. That means at initial time period it has some velocity, but after some time it stopped. That means the initial velocity is given to you, but the final velocity is 0. So here this velocity is u, not v. The initial velocity, it is initial velocity u, but after moving it stopped. That means final velocity is the final velocity. This is the initial velocity. velocity u is equal to, and final velocity v is equal to 0 meter per second. So put these things in the given equation, we will get 0 square minus 2 square is equal to 2 into acceleration, we don't know, so put a, and s is equal to 0.05. so what will be, it is 0 square 0 minus 2 square 4 is equal to 5 by 100, ये 5 into 2 10 by 100, 2 into a into 5 by 100. So if you will solve, here we will get minus 4, here we will get 2 into 5 10, 10 by 100 a, 0 0 cancel, 1 by 10, 10 from the right side move to the left side, and as 10 is divided here, when we will move to the left hand side it will be multiplied. So a is equal to minus 4 into 10, that means minus 40 meter per second square. Acceleration we got minus 40. Minus 40 as the acceleration is decreasing here. After some movement it is stopped. That means the acceleration is continuously decreasing. So here we are getting a negative sign. Here the negative sign indicates that the acceleration is decreasing. Acceleration we got. Then it is asked to you average resistance. That means force. Okay, average resistance. It is asked to you to calculate the average resistance. So average resistance F is equal to ma, and what is the value of mass is given to you, 0.025 into acceleration is 40. So if you will fractionalize this decimal form, we will get 25 by 1000 into 40, 0 0 cancel, 25 into 400 divided by 100, 100 divided by 100, you will get 1 Newton. So this is your answer. Clear? So what is the average resistance need offered by the target? जो टारगेट था वो कितना रेजिस्टेंस दिया? What is the average resistance offered by the target? The average resistance offered by the target F is equal to ma, which is equal to 1 Newton. Clear? So the answer is 1 Newton. Clear? Problem is a ship of mass 3 into 10 to the power 7 kg initially at rest is pulled by a force of 5 into 10 to the power 4 Newton through a distance of 3 meters. Assume the resistance due to water is negligible, then speed of the ship is. So first note down the given things. What is given to you? Ship of mass. So mass is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 7 kg. Initially at rest. That means initial velocity. In the previous problem I already discussed what is final velocity, what is the initial velocity, how we will put in the equation of motion. So initial velocity u is equal to 0 meter per second square, meter per second, as the unit of velocity or speed is meter per second. Initially at rest is pulled by a force. What is the force? Force is 5 into 10 to the power 4 Newton through a distance of 3 meter. That means the distance of the displacement s is 3 meter. Assume the resistance due to the water. Due to the water, the resistance of water, you should have to neglect it to solve this problem. It is asked to you. So as F is given to you, M is given to you, by putting the formula F is equal to ma, you can calculate the acceleration. It's very easy. Yes or no? We know the formula F is equal to ma. So if you will put the value of F and put the value of m, easily you can calculate the acceleration. So calculate it. F value is given to 5 into 10 to the power 4 mass is 3 into 10 to the power 7 and acceleration we don't know. So acceleration A is equal to 5 into 10 to the power 4 divided by 3 into 10 to the power 7. So we will get 5 by 3 10 to the power 4 into 10 to the power minus 7. So we will get acceleration A is equal to 5 by 3 into 10 to the power 4 minus 7, that means minus 3. Okay, meter per second square acceleration we got here. Now we will go for the speed of the ship. That means V, we have to calculate the V, the final velocity. U is given to you and it is asked to you to calculate the final velocity. What is the final velocity? And we know from the equation of motion, what is the formula? The formula is V square minus U square is equal to 2as. So put the values, V square minus U square, U is 0, so U square is equal to 0. Your 2 into A, what is the acceleration? Acceleration is 5 by 3 into 10 to the power minus 3. What is the S? S is 3. Clear? Then 3 cancel. So V square minus 0 is equal to V square. Okay, 10 into 5 is 10. Sorry, 2 into 5, 10. 10 into 5. Sorry, 2 into 5 is 10 and into 10 to the power minus 3. So here we will get V square is equal to 10 to the power minus 2. So V is equal to 10 to the power minus 2 into half, square root or multiplied with half, power multiplied with half. So we will get 10 to the power minus 1 or 1 by 10, which is equal to 0.1 meter per second. Okay, otherwise just take the square root here, square root of 10 to the power minus 2, that means 10 to the power minus 1. Okay, to solve easily I multiplied here half with the power, so 2 into 2 cancel, so we will get 10 to the power minus 1 and take the 10 to the power 1 to the denominator, then we will get 1 by 10 to the power 1. So 10 to the power 1 means 10. Okay, 1 by 10 is equal to 0.1 meter per second. Okay, clear? So what is the final velocity we are getting here? The final velocity V is equal to 0.1 meter per second, which is your answer. So what is the speed of the ship? The speed of the ship is 0.1 meter per second. This is your answer. Clear? Our next problem is a body of mass 5 kg is suspended by a spring balance on an inclined plane as shown in the figure. The spring balance measure. What is the spring balance measures? Figure is given to you. And the spring balance is supported with a rigid support and mass m is given to you. So to solve this problem, you have the idea of resolution of vector into two components. So first I describe that thing shortly, then we will go for the problem. So what is resolution of vector into two rectangular components or two components? Let us think that if it is the horizontal axis and it is the vertical axis, and when a vector A subtends an angle theta with your horizontal axis, then the vector A can be resolved into two components. It is called rectangular component, two components. The vector A vector can be resolved into two components. Okay, if the vector A subtends an angle theta with the horizontal axis, this is your horizontal axis and this is your vertical axis. If the vector A, listen mindfully, if the vector A makes an angle theta with the horizontal axis, then the horizontal component is your a cos theta, and we will take the vertical component as a sin theta, and it is written as ax is equal to a cos theta, and it is written as ay is equal to a sin theta. Okay, and the slope is tan theta is equal to ay by ax, and theta is equal to tan inverse ay by x. Okay, so the vector a can be resolved into two vectors. One is the horizontal component ax is equal to a cos theta, and the vertical component ay is equal to n sin theta. And keep in the mind that angle theta must be subtended with the horizontal axis. Okay, clear? Now similar way, when we will go for this problem, the angle is 30. If we will take the g vector, the acceleration due to gravity, if we will draw the g vector, acceleration due to gravity, it works downward. It is the g vector. And if we will draw its component along the plane, it is, and this is the vertical component, this is the horizontal component. If this angle is 30, this angle is also 30. If this angle is 30, this angle is also 30. Okay, you will say why, sir? Because it is 90, this angle is 90, this is 30, then it is 60. If it is 60, then it is 30. Clear? So this component is your horizontal component, and this is your vertical component. For g component, for the vector g, acceleration due to gravity, this is your, it makes the angle 30 with the horizontal axis, so you will take it is as the horizontal component. So it is g cos theta, that means g cos 30 degree. The component which makes the angle with vector, that component we will take as cos theta, and the other one is taken as sin theta. Okay, so as this component makes theta is equal to 30 with acceleration due to gravity, so this is your, here the a vector makes theta angle with this component, so this component is taken as a cos theta. Similar way, here the vector is, if you will take this g as the vector, and g vector makes angle 30 with this component, so this component is taken as g cos theta, and the other component is taken as g sin theta, which is equal to g sin 30 degree. And this component we need because it is asked to you the spring balance measures. The spring balance measures the load in this direction. Okay, the spring, as the spring balance is jointed here with a rigid support and the mass is inclined, so the spring balance will measure this component. And if you will take it is as a g dash, if you will take it is as the g dash, so g dash is equal to g sin theta. And what is this g dash? This g dash is equal to component of acceleration due to gravity along the plane, जो inclined plane given है, what is the inclined plane is given to you along that direction, it is the g component. Okay, the component of acceleration due to gravity along the g plane, so it is g dash is equal to g sin 30, g sin theta. So as here theta is given to you, as theta is given to you 30 degree, so it is g sin 30 degree. Clear? So what is the value of sin 30? Half. So g by 2. Clear? Then spring balance will measure weight W is equal to m into g dash. The spring balance measures the weight. The weight W is equal to m into g dash. As the g is here, we will take g as g dash because it is the component of acceleration due to gravity along the plane. So W into mg dash. If you will take the g value is equal to 10 meter per second square, if you will take, then you will get m is equal to, in the place of g dash put g by 2, so you will get mg by 2 and put the value of m into m and g. So the value of m, what is the value of m? The m is given to you, mass is 5 kg, so m value is 5 kg. So 5 into g is equal to 10 divided by 2. So 5 into 10 is equal to 50 divided by 2, you will get 25 or 25 Newton. It is your answer. So the spring balance measure W, spring balance measure the weight W is equal to 25 Newton. So the answer is 25 Newton. Clear? The spring balance will measure the weight 25 Newton. G value 10. If we take g value 9.8, we will get the answer in decimal value. To solve the problem easily, I taken the value of small g as 10. If you take the value of g is 9.8, you can solve it. Some decimal value you will get. All are clear about the concept? The spring balance will measure the weight, and the weight is equal to mass into m, W is equal to m into g. But here we will take the g component. If you will take the g, then we will get the weight along this direction. If you will take W is equal to mg, then you will get the weight along this direction. But you have to measure the along this direction. The spring balance measure along this direction. So you have to take the component of g, component of acceleration due to gravity, along this plane, not along downward direction. You have to take the g component along this direction. Okay, so you have to take g dash. And what is the value of g dash? Now the value of g dash is g sin theta, as it is the vertical component of the g. So it is g sin theta. The value of sin theta is equal to half. So g into half, g by 2. Then now come to the what the spring balance will measure. Now weight W is equal to mg dash. In the place of g dash, I put here g by 2. So mg by 2. The value of m is 5. Value of g is 10. 5 into 10, 50. 50 divided by 2, 25 Newton. Clear? The spring balance will measure the weight which is equal to 25 Newton. Clear? Our next problem is a mass of 100 gram strikes the wall with speed 5 meter per second at an angle as shown in the figure, and it rebounds with the same speed. If the contact time is 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 seconds, what is the force applied? And the figure is given to you. Okay, the mass of 100 gram, it is the wall, and it strikes the wall and it rebounds with the same velocity. If the velocity of here v, then here also the velocity mass m, same mass we will get here, and velocity is v. Okay, so how we will solve? What is the force applied? How much force is applied here? It is asked to you calculate. So just extend this vector. Here also the vector resolution into two component will work. Okay, you have to know that one, otherwise you cannot solve this problem. Okay, vector resolution into two components. So if this vector mass is m, velocity is v, so the momentum is mv. Here also the mass is m and velocity is v. If it is angle is 60, it is the opposite angle, vertically opposite angle, so this angle is also 60. And in the vector resolution into two component, I already discussed with you the vector makes angle with which component, that component is taken as cos theta and the opposite component is taken as sin theta. So this vector is makes 60 degree angle with this component. Yes or no? This vector mv makes 60 degree angle with this component. So this is your mv cos theta, and we can write it as mv cos 60. If this component is your mv cos theta, then other component along this direction it is mv sin theta. Clear? This is your vector mv, and this vector mv is resolved into two vector. One, this is your one component and this is your another component. As this vector makes angle 60 with this component, so we will take this component as cos theta. So mv cos theta and the opposite is mv sin theta. Clear? Again, the vector is now rebounded. So the vector is drawn along this direction and its momentum is mv. So again, if you resolve this vector into two component, as this vector makes angle 60 degree with this component, so this component will be your mv cos theta, mv theta, that means mv cos theta and mv cos 60, and this component is your mv sin theta, or which is mv sin 60. Clear? So one component we will get mv sin 60 along this direction. If you will stand in front of camera, then this is your right side direction, this is your left side direction. So if I will show like this, then it will be opposite. You should have to look outward. So this is your right side direction, this is your left side direction. Okay, so this is your mv sin theta along right side direction, and this is your mv sin theta in left side direction. So here finally we concluded with two vectors. One vector works along right side direction which has magnitude mv sin 60, and another vector which works along left side direction which is mv sin theta, which is mv sin 60. Clear? So what is the change? This is your initial, as it is your initial vector. So this is the component of this vector, this is the component of this vector. So this is your initial, and this is the component of this vector, so it is your final. So what is the change in momentum? Change in momentum, final momentum minus initial momentum. Final momentum, change in momentum is equal to final momentum minus initial momentum. Final momentum, which one is the final? This is the final vector, this is the final momentum, and this is the component, so you have to take this one. So final momentum is your mv sin theta, and which one is the initial? This is your initial vector, and this is the component of the initial vector, which is mv sin theta. This is along the right side direction, so we will take it as a positive. It is along the left side direction, so we will take it as the negative. So minus, this minus is for the operation and this minus for the direction. Opposite, it is in the left side direction, they both are in opposite direction, we should have to add them. relative velocity. We studied in the relative velocity. When they are in opposite direction, we should have tried. If they are in the same direction, then you have to subtract. On that way you can understand. But otherwise, if we will take, this is the initial along the right side direction, this is the final along the right side direction, sorry, it is the final along the right side direction, and this is your initial in the left side direction, so it is negative. So minus mv sin theta. So minus plus mv sin theta plus mv sin theta. So what we are getting here? 2mv sin theta. Or what is the theta here? Here theta is 60 degree. So it is 2mv sin 60 degree. Okay. Then now it is asked to you to calculate the force. So force is equal to change in momentum divided by time. What is the change in momentum? The change in momentum is 2mv sin 60 divided by what is the time? The time is 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. Put the value of mass and velocity. What is the mass is given to you? Mass is given to you 100 gram and the velocity is 5 meter per second. Okay, mass is given to you 100 gram and velocity is 5 meter per second. So put the values, we will get 2 into mass is equal to 100 gram. Oh, sorry, you have to convert this 100 gram to kg. So we will get 100 divided by 1000. So what you will get? 20 cancel, 1 by 10. That means 0.1 kg. And velocity is 5 meter per second. So now put the values. So 2 into mass is equal to 0.1 kg. So mass is equal to 0.1 into V is equal to 5 into sin 60. Sin 60 means root 3 by 2 divided by 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. 2 cancel. 10 to the power minus 3 if you will take upside, we will get 10 to the power plus 3. 0.1 means 1 divided by 10. We can write it as 10 to the power minus 1. 0.1 is equal to, if you will write here, 0.1 is equal to 1 by 10. If we will take 10 to the numerator, we will get 10 to the power minus 1. Yes or no? So for 0.1, I write here 10 to the power minus 1 into 5 into root 3 by 2. When we will take 10 to the power minus 3 to the numerator, we will get 10 to the power plus 3. Okay? Clear? Again, 10 to the power minus 1, 10 to the power plus 3. 3 minus 1, it will be 2. So 5 into 10 to the power 2 into root 3 divided by 2. So 10 to the power 2 means 100. 5 into 100 into root 3 by 2. 5 into 100 means 500 root 3 divided by 2. 500 cancel, then we will get 250. So 250 root 3. So what is the force we are getting here? 250 root 3 Newton. So answer is 250 root 3 Newton. Along which direction? The final momentum is along right side direction. So what will be the answer? Along right side. Okay, this is your answer. 250 root 3 Newton along right side direction. Okay, this is your final answer. 250 root 3 Newton along right side direction, as the final is along right side direction, initial in left side direction, final one is election. It is positive, it is negative, something is subtracted from greater value, that means we will get the direction and along the greater value. So it is 250 root 3 Newton force along the right side. What is the force applied? The force applied is 250 root 3 Newton along right side direction. All we are clear? Okay, thank you.